welcome to Lit Tuesday! Yay! We are back at it again this week with some more classic books for you guys. This time we're going to venture into some juvenile classic books. So they're not so far to the adult section, but they're a little bit more advanced than the, regular kid picture books. And I'm thinking we missed a lot, but let us know. Like, put in the comments, be like, oh, well, what about this one? Because I know these are classics, but I couldn't think of any other classics in this.
I think you picked really good ones. I feel like all of these are...
Like, they're like, totally, like, our age classics. Like, oh, yeah, when we know classics, like, these are the... Because we read them in school.
Oh, yeah, I totally read a lot of these. And I want to read them now, so...
I feel like some of them I want to read. Like, I was grabbing some, and I was like, you know what? Me and Bird need to read some of these. Like, I want her to read these out loud, and I just want to sit there and listen. Because I forget all about them.
Yeah. Or, like, it's one of those ones where you've, like, seen the movies or just know the story, but you haven't actually read it. Now's the perfect time.
Yeah. I mean, we have nothing but time. Why not? Especially when the weather's cooling off, and you have that nice sit-outside weather to sit there and try to read.
Sit outside, read a book. That's the best.
And you won't melt.
Oh.
But we'll go ahead and start showing you guys some of these because you guys should know them. If not, and you're just here learning about some classes, let's introduce you to some. Of course, you can't go wrong with Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. The author, Stuart Little, which we have that one up here somewhere.
Right here.
But definitely a classic. Who doesn't know the tell Charlotte's Web? And I kind of feel like a dummy, like reading out loud. But for those who don't know, where is it in the back? These are Charlotte's Web, a barn will burr, fillings of fur. No, that's not going to be a problem. Ooh. 11 spark. Somebody left a note in here. But this one, I'll actually take you guys to the first page, and we'll read from there.
Sneak peek.
I know. A really cute sneak peek. And what I love about old books, like whenever you actually have old classics of them, you'll tend to find some that have these cute little drawings in them. And you're like, oh, that's how you know it's old. Like, you know it's been out for a while. So this one starts with the chapter 1, Before Breakfast. "Where's Papa going with that axe?" said Fern to her mother as they were setting the table for breakfast. "Out to the hog house," replied Miss Arble. "Some pigs were born last night." "I don't see why he needs an axe," continued Fern, who was only 8. "Well," said her mother, "one of the pigs is a runt. It's a very small and weak and will never amount to anything, so your father decided to do away with it." Warning. "Oh my gosh, do away with it?" shrieked Fern. "You mean kill it? Because it's smaller than the others? Oh!" Miss Abel put a pitcher of cream on the table. "Don't yell, Fern," she said. "Your father is right. The pig will probably die anyway." So Fern pushed the chair aside and ran out the doors. The grass was wet, the earth smelled like springtime, and Fern's sneakers were sopping by the time she caught up with her father. And that was the first page of the first chapter.
I kind of forgot that's how it starts.
Yeah,
it goes right into it.
Yeah, my brain was not expecting that or even remembered that. And so I was like, maybe we do need to reread some of these classics.
Oh, pig. No. Okay, well, the one right in front of me here is The Secret Garden, and that's a cute book. It has some little drawings in here too. There's little squirrels. They're so cute. Don't know if I held it, but there's little squirrels. And this is like a really fun book that is by Frances Hodgeson Burnett. And there's a lot of books by that author, but this one's probably one of the more famous ones. And it says, "Friendship, belief in oneself, and the power of nature come together to make magic in the secret garden. Mary Lennox is spoiled and self-absorbed when she arrives at her new home on the Yorkshire moors. But why wouldn't she be? The only child of parents who never wanted her, she has never known love or affection in all of her 10 years on Earth. Sad."
That's harsh.
"Will anything ever change at the manor, the shadowy and bleak mansion in which she finds herself orphaned, ignored, and alone? Mary keeps up her selfish behavior until a friendly robin shows her the way into a secret garden, the sweetest, most mysterious-looking place anyone could imagine. Enchanted at once, she finds herself almost against her will, determined to bring this long-neglected plot back to life. Joining her in her efforts are her new friends Dickon, a loyal boy closely attuned to the natural world, and her sickly cousin Colin, a child even more spoiled and disagreeable than Mary herself. Is it the secret garden that holds the key to health and happiness, or is it caring about others and being cared for in return that makes the children blossom? Cute. And I was going to say, this book just makes me want to be out in nature even more. Go read outside. And, I don't know, it's just kind of magical and fun.
Some of these old books, you forget, they start off kind of harsh. Like,
I know.
They get me in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, oh, hey, here we are.
Yeah.
I mean, also, you also can't talk classic without talking about, I always say his name wrong. How do you say it?
I was going to say Roald Dahl.
That's what I was going to say.
But
we might be saying it wrong, but you guys know who we're talking about.
Oh, you know
But
him.
you cannot have classics without these. We have Matilda. Then there's James and the Giant Peach Witch, the movie. The old movie.
Oh, so good.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of creepy, too.
It is creepy.
In a good way, though. It's really,
But I
really
love
interesting.
it so much. And then there's the BFG. Like, you really, like, I could have grabbed even more of his, and it would
He does
still...
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Yes.
too, doesn't he?
But that one's checked out right now, so you definitely have to place that on hold.
Yeah, put it on hold.
But his books, total classics. You can't go wrong with any of those. You can't go wrong with his writing.
Yeah, and I was going to say, a lot of people might be like, oh, I don't know who that author is, but they know the stories.
Yeah,
like,
you definitely know. Like, you've seen Witches. Like, Witches is with him as well, and that just came out on Netflix. If you haven't watched, they did a remake of that old one. And, like, you know the stories. Like, Matilda is an absolute classic. But if you go into classic movies, Matilda's definitely in there. Like, absolutely cannot talk classics without
do
talking
those
about
ones
him.
have pictures, too?
These ones? Oh, they do. They have his little
good.
sketches.
I like the sketches of
His
style.
stories always have those little sketches, and that's how you know you're reading one of his stories, is when you start to see those little drawings in there that are like, yeah, that's totally
so
him.
fun. Yeah, they have a certain style. I really like it. And then the other ones we have are Stuart Little, which we already mentioned, and then Black Beauty, another great one. These are like just super classics. And I feel like my grandparents read these. Like,
They're like
one,
old.
Like 1911, 1921, 1877. Like, these are serious classics. But they hold up. They're such good stories. So, doesn't mean they're too old. They're just really good. That's why they're so cute.
That's why they're still around.
Mm-hmm.
They're classic and definitely goodies.
Mm-hmm.
But that will hit our juvenile area. If you guys come back next week, we will be showing you guys some adult.
I think so, yeah. Some adult classics that we have here at the library.
And a little bit for children. So until next time.